Pictures from Kennebunkport. Just moments ago, saw someone walking on the beach with their dog.
Yeah.
Nice day for it. Sun's peeking out in some places.
Not bad. Our little puppy Magnolia, she's extra. She's got a lot of energy. But one thing that's nice about her is that she loves walks. So our previous Dotson, great dog, but
wanted to hang out
sack
on the
of
couch.
potatoes.
Yeah.
He would literally just go like this on the way. So days like today,
they can anchor themselves right to the ground.
Amazing for like 10 pounds of resistance there. But yeah, beautiful day for a walk. Anything, in the mid upper 30s. You remember, Brian, I said last week I wanted to get today off and go skiing.
I do remember that. And yet here you are.
The schedule wouldn't allow it. But do we have like Sugarloaf's beach camera or anything similar? If we do, just pop it up while I'm going here. But because I love this stuff. Like they're probably in the low 30s with a lot of sunshine, and this is just ideal stuff to be into. Oh, I guess, yeah, look at that. Brian, I could have been there.
That could have been you.
That could have been me.
But lucky for us, you're here. We're very fortunate.
I don't know about lucky for us. We're in and out of the cloud cover there. It actually looks fairly sunny. Yeah, on the satellite, there's clouds surrounding them, but they're in a little bit of a hole right now. Into the mid-coast, there's some sun too. We'll be in and out of the clouds through the rest of today. Our next system here is really disjointed in its presentation. If anything, the models have looked even more and more disorganized with this over the last 24 hours. It never looked like a big deal, but it looks like it's even harder to get that precipitation shield together tonight and tomorrow. You'll see what I'm talking about here. So the rest of today looks good. Upper 30s, couple of low 40s, mixture of sun and clouds. And then after midnight, our precipitation moves in. Initially, it is snow for pretty much everyone, and the mountains may do okay with that initial thump. But look at this big hole that opens up by tomorrow morning where there's what I consider ineffectual snow on the coastline. There may be flakes, but it's going to be 35, 36, so really hard to accumulate in that scenario. Changing over to rain, but look at this gap in the precipitation shield tomorrow mid-morning where there's really nothing going on in the foothills and mountains. That rain-snow line pushes inland into Lewiston and Augusta through the middle of the day. We get another round of at least some light snow perhaps in the mountains and foothills, and then the precipitation kind of hugs the coastline, and it's largely rain, upper 30s to around 40 through the rest of the day, and then gets out of here on Friday night. So I think total amounts here look quite light as far as just the amount of moisture we have to work with. And then we're colder on Saturday. It's actually pretty chilly there, only in the upper to mid 20s, despite a decent amount of sunshine. So this map I kept, but I will tell you, I feel like there's going to be a lot more 1s and 2s than there are 3s in this zone. I just don't think there's a ton of moisture to get those 3s done, but I don't think it's worth changing and getting too cute. And then under an inch along the coast, changing over to rain. I do think we could see a quick coating, but it's going to be hard to really accumulate with those surface temperatures in the mid-30s in a lot of spots. The weekend is chilly, but generally bright. And then we get into the mid-40s Monday and Tuesday, and you probably have already heard about this, that it looks mild mid-next week. Some showers in there, all rain, and temperatures at least in the 50s. We could be able to snap off some low 60s on Thursday, particularly over southern Maine and away from the coastline. And I don't think that that's an anomaly in this pattern going forward, because you'll see this warmth in here on Wednesday and Thursday. We try to cool back down for next weekend. Okay, but look at that. So I can just extrapolate that forward because I'm a nerd and tell you that that ridge is going to slide into the east for the beginning of March, and it will not be cold. So at some point, we end up at this point where we keep talking about winter coming, and if we're into mid-March and it has not arrived yet, then it probably won't, in a true way. So there we are. It's coldest over the weekend, and then we're right back up again. Couple of definitely 50s, a couple low 60s possible Wednesday, Thursday. Wow. Don't picture yourself tanning out there, though, because I think it comes with a decent amount of cloud cover and some scattered showers and all that. But yeah, I think going into March, the models are really starting to feel like there's just not any cold there.
No, the cold air there. Yeah. All right,
warm rain. Good for heating.
Right.
Good for heating. That is one positive. I have looked at our electricity bill and been like, okay.
Yeah, you notice the difference this year. Yeah. There is that. All right, Keith, thanks.